In this video, we answer the question of how to connect a domain to your website on Framework 360 to link a top-level or second-level domain. Customize, in any case, so that they do not have the Framework site.it extension. In the end, as by default, when installing an environment, we simply need to go to Settings in the sidebar on the left and then click on Configuration. As we can see, there will be the Domains tab, and here we can change the subdomain, the free one, that is given to us by Framework 360 with our own customized main domain simply by clicking on the checkbox and disabling the free subdomain. By doing so, as we can see, the point, Framework 360 it will be removed and we can add our main domain such as mysite.com. To connect it, however, this is not enough because you will obviously need to have a domain. Domains can be purchased from various well-known providers such as Aruba, GoDaddy, Register, and there are many others. These providers are responsible for registering the domains. Consequently, Framework 360.it, which is a software platform on managed hosting, will simply need those to point our mysite.com, which will be our custom domain, to its IP address. Therefore, doing this is very simple. Let's go, for example, to Aruba. As we can see, they indeed sell domains at a very low price. We select our domain that we want to connect to Framework 360, for example, my website, add a number so it will be available as .it. That's perfectly fine, but as we can see, there are many extensions, and then we click on Search Domain, as we can see. In fact, my custom domain is available for euros plus VAT per year, and then upon renewal, euros, we will simply need to buy it as we can see here. After choosing the domain, we can log in and create our account on Aruba and then pay for it. To buy the domain, Aruba is perfect because the price is really low. Subsequently, once the domain is purchased, we will find ourselves inside the Aruba panel, and we will simply need to click on the right on the control panel, go to the left in the sidebar, where we find domain, and then DNS management and name server. Obviously, let's make sure we have purchased the DNS management service during our checkout, otherwise we will need to contact Aruba's support service to have it enabled. In any case, as we can see, indeed, to connect our domain, just purchased to Framework 360 where our website is hosted, we will simply need to click where it says Record A Manage, go down, and then find where it is empty and enter the IP address that we see in our environment. Framework 360, copy it and simply paste it where it says empty on the pencil icon and paste it here. Once this is done and you have clicked confirm, we can click on continue and then save configuration. Let's remember to save the configuration at the bottom. Why Aruba? Otherwise, it will not take the changes. Once saved, we have to wait for the DNS propagation, which usually takes a few hours, and finally our domain that we purchased on Aruba, on Register, on SiteGround. There are many providers, and they are all more or less the same. So it will be enough to simply search for DNS management after a few hours, as I was saying. The domain will point to our website on Framework 360. Consequently, it will be enough to click on Save, and Framework 360 will wait for the domain to be available to install the SSL security certificate. Therefore, we won't have to do anything else, just change it, as I was saying. The domain, here in the configuration section under Settings and then Domain, and then purchase it or configure it directly on our domain provider, simply by changing the A record.